Yeah, hello there. Thanks for clicking on this. I recently did an interview with an amazing emerging band from Macclesfield, which is northwest in the UK if you're outside the UK. And they're called 1111. And we had a bit of a chat where the background comes from, what they've been doing, where they've been gigging, what they're looking forward to after lockdown. And we reviewed, or we listened to their 3 tracks. In this video, we played snippets of the first 2, but the full versions, go and check them out, 1111 on Spotify and other places like that. But their most recent track at time of recording was Phase, and we played it all the way through, and I put the video on from the gig that they did for that particular track. Amazing young band. Please go and check them out. One's to definitely watch. But this has been recorded for Duggystone Radio. I'm Kurt Pickstone. Thanks for watching. Go and check us out, duggystoneradio.com. We're here to entertain. Okay, so joined today by an emerging band, as that's what we do on the station on Duggystone Radio. We support, promote, and introduce emerging artists. So anyway, guys, would you like to introduce yourself to the world?
Cool. We are 1111. We're upcoming alternative rock band. We've got a lot of genres. We play sort of jazz rock as well, but a lot of our songs are based on like the groove rock. But
Yep.
We've released 3 songs. We've been playing a load of gigs in like Manchester and stuff. We've played Manchester Academy 3, Club Academy, ATMA. But we've got more in the future to come when all this is over.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Brilliant.
So, I'm Connor. I am the vocalist.
Yeah.
I've made my biggest influencer when it comes to especially writing music would be Chester Bennington from Linkin Park. I'm a huge fan of him. So Connor Mason from Nothing But Thieves, massive fan of Nothing But Thieves. Unfortunately, I've not been able to go see them yet, but that'll be one to look forward to after lockdown and stuff.
Yeah, stops everything on it. I should have been seeing Snoop Dogg with I should have been seeing Snoop. Yeah, oh no, yeah, don't look like a Snoop Dogg fan, but my lad is a massive Snoop Dogg fan. I've always liked Snoop Dogg, a bit of hip hop. So, but there's loads of artists been all rescheduling for next year. So, Jack, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Jack. I'm the other guitarist along with Adam. Some of my influences are things like Oasis, again, Nothing But Thieves.
Proper.
I also have an interest in sort of heavier music like Slipknot.
All right.
Some of the classics as well, like Maiden, people like that.
Cool. So I'm picking up there. You're if you've been gigging in Manchester, the Academy and what have you, from Manchester then, yeah? All of you?
Yeah, based in Manchester. But...
Yeah, it's Macclesfield, just outside of Graham.
Oh, Macclesfield. You're not Mancunians, you're from Macclesfield. Come on. I get it. It's next door, isn't it? Next door.
Yeah.
There's not many gigs you can do in Macclesfield, is there?
Yeah.
Gigs, really.
You might do the Young Farmers pub clubs or something like that. That'll be about it,
yeah. And if you're from Macclesfield, you spend every other weekend in Manchester. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Come to the home of music, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Brilliant. So, how did you all meet? Are you all good? Did you go to the same school, college, university, whatever?
Yeah, we all went to the same school, Mac Academy. I mean, me and Jack we became friends in like year 8, year 9.
Yeah.
And
I hated you all.
We did a lot of, like, without knowing, we did a lot of the concerts that we had in school together. So Jack and Adam would always be doing the guitar for it, and for the end of year shows and stuff that we do, I'd always be doing like backing vocals and stuff, and Adam and Jack would always be on guitar.
Yeah.
And then in our last year, in year 11, we did a song from Nothing But Thieves in the last concert that we did, and then went into college together, and then Adam thought of an idea to start making music and performing as a band.
I think we always had that idea of starting a band, though, didn't we? I mean, there was always that like sort of chemistry there between us 3, and going to college together gave us more of an opportunity of, coming up with a name, creating more songs, getting to know each other better. and it's just hit off from there. So
Yeah.
Cool. So you two play guitar, and you're the lead singer. So who does the percussion? Who does drums and stuff? Or do you use?
No, we got James on drums, James Sutton, but he
Good.
must be asleep right now.
Right. So is there any other members before? Because I was thinking, hang on a minute, some of them not quite right. The drummer somewhere. Is anyone else? Yeah,
Well, we've
got another 6 band members.
we've had problems with bass players. We've had problems with bass players in the past, but
you will do bass players.
Yeah, exactly. But we do have a bass player right now called Dan Cole. He's a bit older than all of us, but he went to the same college and everything. We're friends with him, and he's a brilliant musician.
Cool.
He's also got his own music stuff called Fractures in the Sky as well. So
excellent. Oh, we'll have to have a chat with him. No, that's good. So you're a 5-piece then, yeah?
Yeah.
Brilliant. What we might do is because you've currently got three tracks released, haven't you, on Spotify and iTunes or wherever people want to get them from. Shall we have a listen to the first one? Would you like to introduce it, and I'll put the needle on the record, as they say.
Yeah, go on then. First one, we'll start off with one that we did first, which is
the main thing about this song is I feel like it's about mental health, and that's important to a lot of us.
We have a listen to this then. So this is 11 and Hollow, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
Well, for a first track, that's bloody good, lads. I really like that. No good for radio, but I was air drumming then. I can't drum, but I can certainly air drum, and that is a great track. I like that. Really like that. Brilliant. And it's nice when you get a background behind it. What your thought process with the song and what you think it's about. That's good. Absolutely brilliant. So how long have you been together then? How long have you been performing?
I think, performing, our first gig was it November the 20th, 21st?
Yeah, it was, we did our first gig in a local pub in Matt. Called One with Two Necks.
Yeah.
And then that was on a Sunday, and I think probably a week later, I got an email for us to play at Academy 3 for the week after. So it was literally just a week between getting an email saying, do you want to play here, to when the gig was. So that week was a very stressful week because we had to get a set list ready, for, a decent enough set list for an Academy gig. And then it sort of spiraled on from there. We managed to play at Atma at the beginning of January this year, supporting another band. And this was when we got a main support slot as well. Then we managed to pick up Club Academy, supporting another band as well. We were supposed to be playing Club Academy again in March, I think it was, 21st of March, but obviously that was cancelled.
Yeah.
Off the Square as well, that was a possibility, but that got cancelled. So we are playing in Glossop as well in September, hopefully, if everything goes to plan.
Yeah.
So we've got plenty of shows coming up, and we're hopefully going to, reach further out into different cities and try and really spread the name.
Cool. So would you doing the with your set you got together? I presume you put some of those rock, Slipknots, and the artists that you like in that set. Then is that what you did? Is that how you filled the set up?
Yeah. So what we did, we didn't really put in any sort of heavier stuff because it didn't really fit our sort of appearance. But we definitely, we tried to put in songs that we hadn't released yet. So I think when we played our first gig, Phase wasn't actually out yet. Obviously, that's out now. Recently, we added another track called No Chance in Hell. That's not out yet. Hopefully, that'll be the next one, I think, maybe. But yeah, it was just incorporating, bands that we were all related to. So Nothing But Thieves being one of them.
Yeah.
That was the main one. But yeah, just getting covers together that, people will know and we like to do, and using all the music that we've done so far and try and get that into a set.
So, because you're a relatively young band as well, so do you do anything else apart from the music? Do you work? Does any of you? What do you do for?
I work in a co-op.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I work in a co-op at the minute, which is great. But obviously, music is the
It's where you want to be. I mean, it want to be great in a few years' time because I started off, and then when you're being interviewed by someone else, and they say, yeah, I started off in the co-op. I was in the co-op. Yeah. That'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? That'd be brilliant.
Yeah, that's the current stage.
I used to work at Subway.
Did you?
Yeah, I did, but I decided to leave because I was not enjoying it very much. I don't think I'm very academic. So,
well, you're in a rock band, so you're not going to be, are you?
I'm quite lazy, to be honest.
Right. Okay. You're honest, though.
I am honest. Yeah. I think that's another reason why I wouldn't get a job, because I'm too honest. But I did teach guitar for a few months. I've been teaching guitar, but after obviously all this lockdown, I can't be doing that yet. But yeah, I've been teaching guitar and stuff. So at least I'm doing what I'm interested in. Yeah.
Exactly. And if you can make a career out of it, that's absolutely wonderful. So should we break the chitter chatter up with your next track that you released?
Yeah, that was Skyline.
Yeah, Skyline.
What's this one about then? Come on,
I'd say
behind it.
When we wrote Skyline, we have this ongoing theme in our band about religion and stuff. Right. Obviously, nothing against people who are religious. We love, there's nothing wrong with that. But we have the whole idea of that religion that we don't like, that it almost divides people.
Yeah.
And I think we just want to spread the message about I don't think it's just all these things going on that I've to do with religion in the past, about terrorism and all that. It's not right. So we just thought we'd write about religion and how our views on it, really.
Yeah. So that's Skyline then, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's have it. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, that. I'm liking it.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what it is Brit, like I said before, Mark Brimo does an indie disco, does indie show, really into his indie. More and more shows we've got are like that sort of genre, and I've really got into it just recently, and I really like that. It's really cool.
Thank you.
Really cool. So we've got another track that we'll play in a bit. That's the one that you released you've only released it recently, didn't you, March?
Yeah, it was fairly recent. Yeah, we've got a gig booked in Glossop for the end of, well, not the end of the year, but the 11th of September in Glossop.
Right.
But after the lockdown's done, the first thing we'll probably get to is start recording more music.
Yeah.
you know,
we've all been doing stuff in our own like houses and stuff, like making new ideas. We just got to combine them together. So
yeah. So
we've got so many songs waiting.
yeah. We've got. I mean, Adam's created some fantastic like demos. Connor's done some fantastic lyrics. So it'll probably be getting down to getting them recorded and getting them out as soon as possible. And then obviously we'll be working on booking more gigs, hopefully in Manchester. I've looked about us trying to, you know, maybe progress towards, you know, getting towards Leeds or anywhere else, you know, that is popular for, you know, music. I mean, Liverpool as well is an option as well. But there's, you know, it's just about, you know, getting out there, playing more gigs, and really going for it now that we've got, you know, uni and we've not really got anything else to distract us.
Drop us a note of what you're doing and where you are, because I know I'm based in the Midlands. It's not a mile in miles away, but we've got how many presenters in Manchester now? There's 6 Mancunian presenters on the station, and 5 of them are in Manchester. So at least one of them is going to come and watch, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's what the station's about. You see, it's about discovering new music, new artists, and getting them out there. Because there's that much music coming out. It's difficult for my views. It's difficult to people will gravitate to music they know. So if they've got Spotify or iTunes, they'll put, if they like, I don't know, you name a band. If they like a band, they'll tend to gravitate towards that band and listen to that band. Whereas what we try and do is find other bands that, you know, people have not discovered and bring them to the fore.
Very, very competitive industry now.
Oh, it's a nightmare. So you can be. I play a lot of artists on some of my shows that I do, so even some of my country show, and they should be in the charts. You should be knocking the charts, and you know it's a really tough. It's a tough industry.
Yeah, it's just the fact that like you could be some great band, but like if no one's heard of you, you got no chance.
Exactly. And you're up against the. It's great because people can discover you from other things. You can go do YouTube stuff and stuff on your Spotify and your Facebook, but it's still tough to progress. And once you get a following, it obviously makes life a lot easier, doesn't it? And if you end up supporting a bigger band, then that's one way you're really getting exposure in it. If you support a decent established group.
Plus, we've got the biggest critic of them all, the public. So
you could be amazing if you might think you're amazing, and do you know what I mean? If people don't like what you project, and I was thinking about this before we had a chat, and it's tough, isn't it? If people don't get it, if they don't flick it on and go, "Oh, I like this," then like we were saying before, people are lazy. They'll just go, "I'll play something else." Do you know what I mean? You've got about.
But we've played many gigs we play a few gigs in Manchester now, and it's really great when you hear like that you see the people watching singing along to your songs because they've been to like multiple gigs that we've been to. And it's like it just makes you want to make even more music. But it's such a great feeling when you're playing a song and then everyone starts joining in.
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's it. You get a buzz from it, don't you? You get a buzz from being on stage.
Yeah.
And,
you know, I enjoy the just the whole day when there's a gig on.
Yeah,
it's exciting. Yeah.
You know,
build the anticipation and build.
Yeah, the travel into Manchester, getting in the academy, setting up the stuff, the sound check.
Yeah.
Seeing the other bands.
Yeah, seeing the other bands as well. Yeah, it's like, I mean, when we first went to Academy 3,
we were a bit dumbstruck, weren't we? We were just like,
we walked in there, and I think we didn't really expect it to be as like
big
as we thought.
It is, yeah.
The look on Adam's face when we first walked in was like.
I was just like, wait, this is the right venue, right? Like, we didn't get.
We questioned if we were in the right place or not.
Because a week before we were playing in a pub, and it's like they just sent us this offer to play there, and it was just like, this isn't right. This can't be happening right now.
Wonderful.
Too early.
We saw our name on the wall, and then like I think it just hit us a bit.
Yeah.
Is that the O2 Academy, or is that Manchester?
Manchester.
Yeah, so it's near the Student Union.
I think I've been to that venue.
Yeah,
good venue.
It's a really good venue.
Yeah, me and my dad went last year, the year before. Then we went to see Brothers Osborne there. It's quite a big room, that.
It is, yeah.
Really is. It's like
big stage.
Even when, cause you kind of pull up at the back, and it's, you know, you have to go down this alley and like down these weird stairs, and it's like, and I
Connor
think,
has trouble with the stairs.
yeah, as soon as we'll get on to that actually, but as soon as we pulled up, Connor just he turned around and he just went, "Okay, Jack, now I believe you that we're actually playing at the academy."
Yeah. It's all right if you're only carrying a bloody guitar up the stairs, but what about the drummer? He's got a nightmare and he's got all his kit to carry. Hey, feel sorry for him.
Connor, the Mr. Royalty though, all just walks up with nothing. That's all he gets.
Yeah. I think the best thing is when we were at ATMA, getting into ATMA is a really, really big challenge. Like, it's like going into a medieval castle.
Harder than the gigs.
And I think a few of them had gone to get food, and Connor had come back. But as Connor was coming back, he'd fallen on the stairs.
Twice. He fell down the stairs twice.
Yeah, so...
He fell up them and fell down them.
Yeah, so somehow, some way, Connor had fallen up and down the stairs.
In the space of 20 minutes.
And it was just like... It was just perfect. Like,
and that's why I shouldn't have any instruments, because he'd have smashed his guitar or anything, money or whatever. Just give him a tambourine or something, leave him to it. It'd be all right. Give him something though, done it on stage. He needs some maracas or something, or some tambourine.
Even for like moments like that, that's why being in a band is like amazing.
Yeah,
because you're making, even though it is terrible that he fell down the stairs, it's like something you'll remember.
Yeah, it's a moment, isn't it? I mean, and it is. There's some good times, and then you've got the bad times, because at some point, so you might not agree on something, and that's when things start. That's when it gets interesting.
Yeah, we
argue a lot.
No, we don't agree, definitely.
So how do you resolve that then? Is there one person in the band that has the last say? Like
I just give him the silent treatment.
We don't solve it. Adam's just stubborn, and we just have to agree with what Adam says.
That's how it works.
Adam's anchoring you. That's what he's doing. He's anchoring. Yeah. He's that lazy, he can't even argue.
Exactly. It's like we're all married to each other, and we're just okay, Adam, whatever you want.
Well, you have to be though, don't you? That's how it becomes. And it's a shame when you see some very successful artists who, look at Oasis, for example, absolutely massive. And I was at one of the last concerts in Coventry, and he stormed off the stage at that concert as well. I think 2 days later they split up. So
yeah, I mean, Adam's not a massive fan of Oasis, so
no. I don't like them at all.
Oh yeah, well they're a bit Marmite. They're a bit Marmite, aren't they?
Yeah, you either love them or hate them.
Yeah,
but
I've seen them a couple of times. They're proper.
But like Queen, love Queen absolutely to death.
Don't Eddie Feddy's listens to this. Eddie King on the station. Complete Queen.
Everything they bring out, it's like they managed to maintain that popularity whilst slowly getting weirder and weirder, and it's just it's inspirational, because it's like bands need to evolve. If you get someone who's annoyed at a band for releasing like a different genre an album, they get bored of playing the same music over and over again. They got to do what makes them happy,
Things move on. If you look at some of the megastars that have gone through, 20, 30, 40 years, people like Madonna, people like Elton John, you might not like them as artists. Even people like Lady Gaga, they've totally transformed themselves all the time, aren't they? Re-evolving,
exactly
how they do.
Got to keep it fresh.
Yeah, and you do need to just get fed up with it, don't you?
Yeah.
Muse's recent album was a lot different to the others.
Yeah, it's like 80s synth rock.
Yeah, they added more electronic.
We've been doing that quite a lot, though, I think, recently.
Yeah, I mean, we've been doing more, adding more like electronic drums
or just strange sounds. Like my goal is to make the weirdest sound with a guitar that you don't know it's a guitar. And that's the kind of like sound I want.
Yeah, I mean, Hollow, the guitar in Hollow, the in the first bit, not the rhythm, but the
do like the high pitched riff. It doesn't sound like a guitar; it sounds like a piano or something. But
yeah, I mean,
environment.
Cool. Should we have the last track then? So this one's just been released, and what's this called? So tell us about this. Phase, it's called, isn't it?
Yeah. Again, this song I feel is about mental health again. Right. It's if you've seen the lyrics, I think the lyrics are on Spotify or something, but they're very mental health based, and about how it's a struggle to not open up about how you're feeling sometimes, because if you keep it inside, it just gets worse and worse. And it's just about like realizing that you need to get help, really, if you're not feeling, if you have that worry. But yeah,
banging. Let's get it on then. Here we go.
cool.
I'm getting sick of the feeling of being down, thinking I should have drowned. I know it's normal to feel this way, though I feel it every day. This piercing pain, the fire in your eyes is distant, swimming in the echo. Never felt so cold. Sometimes I feel no healing. I'll hear you say, maybe it's all okay. Your eyes are gay, weighing, closing me out again. Used to be different.
I like that. That is brilliant. Love that.
Thank you.
I can see why you got invited to play the Academy. That is really cool. I like the music in the background. And we said before how bands evolve. You can see that if, as you get your craft rock in, and that's your third track. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah, I do like that. That's really. I've only listened to it because you sent me the track, and I've listened to it a couple of times. And that's the third time I've listened to it, and I'm like, yes, it's really grown on me. And it's one of those feel like I've heard it, feel like I've listened to it for ages. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It sounds familiar, but it's brilliant like that.
Thank you.
Like that.
Thank you very much.
So if any of your other stuff is like that comes out, then we'll be all over it, won't we?
Yeah, we've got some very different tracks to come out as well.
Yeah. We have a quite heavy song.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna. Our goal is to just keep surprising people. Just to prove the people wrong that just say, there's a lot of negativity around Macclesfield, especially for music, and it's just we want to spread that new sound in Macclesfield and, you know, around the big cities and everything. We just want to make something that sounds different.
Make the music you want to make.
Exactly, yeah.
I'd say. And
Evolve.
Ignore the critics, ignore the haters, because half the time it's people that can't even be able to get off their own backside to do it themselves and are just jealous of what you're doing. They wish they could do it. So you'll get a lot as things progress. You'll get more and more people coming out of the world who just put your blinkers on and just carry on. I really like it. I'm now anticipating your next track. I'm looking forward to your next track coming out.
Yeah, it should
You won't be let down.
Good. Sure, better not be. I'll come and find you. Macclesfield's not very big. I'll find you.
Yeah, you'll drive into the street. You'll see a McDonald's, and then you'll see me sat there.
I'll go Subway first, and I'll go Co-op, and I'll track you down.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
problem. Yeah, that's the reason I show it to know.
They'll know Jack Martin.
So I could come and find you. We won't find you because you can't be bothered to work. I know it's war then. You're lazy. So
He's a wanted man.
You'll be all right, but the other two, I'll be able to track them down. And the drummer, well, whatever. He's just
no one knows where he is.
Sleep on his drums somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Brilliant. So it's been wonderful to talk to you. I think unless there's anything else to add, how do people find you? If people want to find you guys, what's the best way to connect with 1111?
I'd say on our Instagram, we have an Instagram account. It's called 1111_official. I'll just show it up here. So that's the name and everything.
Oh, I love it. I'm glad you showed me that. I love the gram. I love Instagram.
Make sure you follow us. We've got links to all our songs on there and stuff. But if you want to find our music, it's on every platform. Going YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, even Deezer, all that. But
so, is there anything else you'd like to say? Anyone you'd like to thank for getting you to this point, or anything like that before we say goodbye?
Well, thank you for letting us have a talk on air. It's been great.
I wasn't asking it for me, but
I just thought I need to say it. I just want to thank you for it. It's been really fun.
One person, Dan's helped us a lot, especially with because he produced Phase. Obviously, it sounds a lot better than the other two, but he's produced Phase. He's done all the live stuff with monitors. So he definitely deserves to have his music checked out.
Especially in the live performance. I mean, if you go to a gig with us, 9 times out of 10, he'll jump into the crowd at some point.
Yeah. We like a bit of that surfing, don't we?
Exactly, yeah.
Best one I've seen is when someone in a wheelchair and they got him up in the crowd. Have you seen that one?
Oh, God, yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah. But you're right, that Phase, you can tell that, there's nothing wrong with the other two, but you can tell Phase is, because sometimes I'll say to people, you need to get that bit more polished, get it back in, remix and stuff.
That's what we're hoping to do.
And they go, it was all right. No, it doesn't sound right. But that they sound fine, but that you can tell that Phase is different. It's been mastered differently, and you can tell it's there. It's wonderful. Really good. Excellent. Love it.
Yeah. Also, just thank you to everyone that's followed us or come to see us or streamed or bought a ticket or anything to do with us.
Yeah, because with upcoming bands, just it's all about the fans that support us, that make us, play these venues, get streams. It's just crucial.
You're right, and that's what you need. And your loyal fans. There's a couple of bands that are emerging that I follow, and I've seen them win awards and been to certain, and I go. You was at the last concert. Do you know what I mean? That friend,
yeah.
She's just there. Support.
Shout out to Ellen, who shows up to all of our shows.
Excellent, wonderful.
Plenty of them. Also, Dusty Pop as well. Sadici Promotions, all of them. They're there that get us on the stages. So all
get
of
us
them.
to do what we love.
Excellent. And that's it. And I hope you carry on doing it. And I wish you the success for the future. Just keep on doing it. Keep true to yourself. Keep on pushing. And
thank you very much.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Go.
Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for joining us today. And
thank you.
Looking forward to seeing what you do in the future.
Thank you.